Ever wondered what it's really like to live in Silicon Valley? Join me to explore some of the pros and cons to living in the Bay Area. Silicon Valley is iconic in many ways, and for most of us, conjures images of tech jobs, innovation, a bustling lifestyle, and of course, the California weather. Since I was born here, I've seen the changes over the last several decades. My parents came here in the 1980s, initially as an electrical engineer due to the booming semiconductor industry. Today, the Bay Area has a very different mix of tech companies. You have the big tech companies like Facebook, Google, and Apple, but you also have plenty of other startup companies, whether it's in AI, robotics, and an ever-growing large biotech scene. Today, let's take a transparent look at some of the pros and cons of living in this region. The Valley is rich with some of the best career opportunities in technology in the world. There is a reason why people from all over the world travel for the opportunity here to have a better life, but also work in the innovation hub. Some of the most innovative and highest paying jobs in the tech space are located right here, whether it's Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, Apple, Amazon, Uber, Snowflake, Tesla, or even one of the thousands of startups. This area is full of amazing people and investors looking for the next big thing. Fun fact, did you know that an entry-level software engineer for many of these companies earn over $150,000 a year? I personally started off making $29,000 a year as a junior salesperson, so what an amazing time for these new grads. However, as with all popular destinations, the influx of people with these high-paying jobs causes a higher cost of living. This is in part due to the people here, but also how companies think about their corporate real estate space. Look at a map itself. If you look at the footprint of many of these large companies, they either have a large presence around the Mountain View region or the San Francisco region. While the East Bay has significantly cheaper rent and way more space, companies don't tend to expand there as they rather expand in other cities like a Seattle or an Austin than just simply across a bridge. Now, what does this mean? This has caused very bad traffic in the past because the commute tends to all flow in one direction, all going west. Public transit is available in certain areas such as the BART and Caltrain lines, but the Bay Area outside of San Francisco continues to be a much heavy car-oriented environment. The other thing that people ask and note is that home prices along with rents are significantly higher here. Now, this is the case because of two main reasons. One, supply, and the other is demand. On the supply side, think about how much these people are earning as just new grads. Even if they pay $4,000 a month in rent, they still have plenty of savings for all sorts of other things. However, not everyone is a software engineer at these tech companies, so for others, it's been much more of a difficult impact for them. Now, when it comes to actually housing, it's a similar effect. If you have a dual income family, they have the potential to earn $300,000 as new grads, which can easily qualify for a $1.5 million home. You pair this with the fact that there is a very little new construction in these prime areas, what else do you expect to happen? Take a look at places like Mountain View, Palo Alto, Cupertino. Look for yourself. How many homes have they built in the last decade? But how many more jobs have they attracted in those areas? And you can see why there's such a massive imbalance. At the same time, this is an incredibly difficult situation to solve. There is no land available as cities will have to basically rezone areas altogether. Even if they rezone areas, these new units will probably be condos and townhomes. You're not going to see a whole lot more single-family homes anymore. Take a look at Nuevo. This is one of the only single-family homes in the South Bay, and these are 4-level tall and listed at $2.2 million. Now, another con of living in the Bay Area is an issue for the state altogether, so it's not unique to the area, and that's state income tax. California has one of the highest tax rates in the nation. Expect to pay income tax brackets well above the national average, as well as a base state sales tax of about 9%. Now, while income taxes are high, there is a silver lining, and that's actually related to property taxes. Property taxes are capped at their growth due to a proposition called 13. Many places like Texas aggressively reassess the value of their homes every year. So while the value of your home has gone up, your property taxes have also increased significantly in these other areas. However, in California, due to Prop 13, there's a max increase of the property tax amount of usually no increases of over 2% year over year. And what we have seen over the last several months is already increased 20%. So be very grateful. Although taxes may be high, there is a reason why people love it here. The natural beauty of California really shines through its parks and programs. There are plenty of opportunities for hikes, outdoor activities, pretty much all year round. Some of my favorite spots, and be sure to check out, is feel free to make some drives out to Monterey, Carmel, Yosemite, Wine Country in Napa, or even Livermore, and one of my personal favorites, Muir Woods. There are all sorts of amazing opportunities for outdoor activities, whether it's hiking, cycling, running. I personally play tennis, golf. You can even take the fur babies out for a stroll, as the city is deemed one of the most dog-friendly places. Silicon Valley is also one of the most diverse areas in the country, and with all that diversity also comes amazing food. If you have a taste for delicious food, we have a lot to offer you. Check out the Asian shopping centers for an assortment of options, restaurants, and groceries, fresh seafood in Monterey at Fisherman's Wharf, or some high-end dining all throughout the Bay Area. You won't have any issues finding some of the best food across the world. If you're looking for more details on how to start your move to the Bay Area, please check out some of my other videos here.